What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Offseason Late Model Series here on Speed. We're at a brand new track here on the schedule, or really on the channel, the Kingsport Speedway here in Tennessee. We just ran at Nashville, decided to keep it in the state. And yeah, boy, oh boy, is this going to be a good one. This is an interesting looking racetrack. It's a fun looking track. I like the look of it. Drivers might like it. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Mark Gibson on the pole. Butch Miller to his outside here on the initial start of the race. And completing the first lap, it is Gibson out in front. We head through 1 and 2 yet again. Here comes Clark to the inside. A lot of new faces up front here, a track we have never seen before. Mixing things up. We've got 2, maybe 3 97s in the field. 2. The original 97, Chris Mack, moving his way up into third. They're side by side behind them, the 252s going at it. Miller and Sheridan. As the caution is out for the first time today, Kevin Harvick up into the outside wall. Let's see what happens to Happy Kev here, Happy Harvick. Just 3 wide down the front stretch. Brown goes to 5. He straightens it out. And Harvick ends up getting chipped into the outside wall. So that was our quick first caution. Looks like we were getting ready to go green, but we had to hold it off, and it looks like the 62's been hit under caution. The green flag is waving, and he takes off at the start. Chris Mack is up in the second. Lost confusion here under the yellow, but we're back green. And we might see some penalties handed out here because this is, yeah, Chris Mack being sent down to pit road. He wasn't supposed to be in second, but the third place driver nowhere to be found, and as a result, Mack is getting penalized for it. As he exits pit road, emerges in front of traffic, came out basically where he was before, just a lap down. Now with heavy damage to the nose of that 97 car. It's really unfortunate, some shenanigans under the caution. Mark Gibson with rear end damage, but it doesn't seem to be affecting him too badly here. Looks like it's just cosmetic. He'll be alright. Might be a little bit of aero, but aero doesn't matter too much here on these short tracks. 51 to Kyle Busch, working his way up. 62 out in front still. Ron Sheridan runs second, Cole Pern P3. First side-by-side battle is Mike Rowe and Gary Bellflower. And he's going to clear him. Looking at just how much traffic we have towards the back of the field. Harvick tries to work his way back up. I wouldn't be surprised to see leaders getting caught up in lap traffic by the end. Pause for a second. Okay, so small problem. I paused it and then I accidentally lost where I was in the recording. Now I don't know where we were, so we're just going to jump to lap 25 and go from there. 52 of Ron Sheridan is closing in. that lead, but doesn't quite look like he'll be able to get there without much help. Now, if we catch that lap traffic by the end of this race, we have 10 laps to go. If we end up catching lap cars, that might be Sheridan's opportunity to go up there and win this thing, but it looks like it's all Mark Gibson in this one. If the name Mark Gibson sounds familiar to you, I believe he's a former Pro-Am Series driver. Due to having to change the name due to some legal things with the past late model series, which is also a thing, which is actually where most of these cars are from. So yeah, that's a funny little story. The 52 is closing on the 62 here. Mark Gibson continuing the lead, trying to hang on to the win, to get the win rather. The inaugural winner in the Pro-Am Series. Actually, now that I think about it, he won the first ever race at Daytona. That's who this guy is. I was wondering why the name sounded familiar. It's a shame to see how quickly he just kind of disappeared in the past series. Nice to see him back here running in the late models. Still keeping his racing dreams alive. Laps to go, and we are catching lap cars, but will Gibson catch by the end of this race? I don't know. It's getting really close, but even if he does catch him by this point, it might be too little too late for the 52 to make anything of it. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go here from Kingsport Speedway, feature race number 1. Through 3 and 4, Mark Gibson is gonna win at Kingsport. We'll be right back later today for the next one. Welcome back to the Kingsport Speedway. Getting ready to kick things back off here in Kingsport, Tennessee. DJ Shaw, your pole sitter for this one. The 54 Clark to his outside. Feature race number 1 winner, Mark Gibson, starting P3 with Dion Verhoeven to his outside. The green flag is waving. We're racing at Kingsport. Shaw to an early lead. The 54 dives in. A little bit of contact being made for the lead there. Off turn number 4. Shaw is going to win, or lead. Back to the start-finish line. Lead the first lap, and now side by side for second. Kent Gibson's going to clear, and now he sets his sight on the 60 machine. Here comes Wakefield into the mix, side by side behind him, Cole Pern and the 77 of Dion Verhoeven going at it. Off turn 2 and into 3. That 77 doing his best to hang on the outside. Cole Pern got a great run through turns 3 and 4. He's going to get him this time by, I'd imagine. Through 1 and 2. Yep, here we go. No, not quite. Harry Brown looking underneath. Ron Sheridan in the 52 can't quite get there. Chris Mack and Scott Lindsay going at it. Everybody running slightly higher up on the racetrack. I imagine they carry their momentum or something. But interesting to see a different line kind of forming throughout this race here. Problem is, if you do that and someone gets to your inside, you will not prevail. The short way around the track is the faster way, but it seems like these drivers carry more momentum running around the higher side of the track. I'd imagine because you don't have to turn the wheel as much. But these guys running mostly a groove up. It's very interesting to see. Mark Gibbs is still tracking down that 60 machine for the lead. Those two cars less than a tenth off of each other. But this might be DJ Shaw's race. Who knows? If this thing goes green all the way, we might catch some lap traffic, and that could play a factor, as we're already about a quarter of a lap away from lapping the tail end of the field. Derek Bramstrom coming off turn 2 as the 60 was entering. Bramstrom off turn 4, the 60's entering 3. DJ Shaw can see the tail end of the field right out of his windshield here. DJ Shaw just doesn't want to catch lap traffic too quickly here. Trying to stay smooth and just run his race, but he knows if he catches that 35 at the wrong time, that 62 is still within a second. That's close enough for things to make a big difference here in a short amount of time. You're on these short tracks. Turn 4, we are still caution free in this second feature race. And what that means is we're about to catch lap traffic way earlier than we did in the first feature. Derek Bramstrom right in front of our race leader. This is going to play a huge factor in determining whether or not Mark Gibson will get up there and sweep Kingsport. DJ Shaw doing the best he can to just run his line without running up on that 35 car too quickly. Now he's gonna have to start making moves, trying to dive to the inside of the 35. Can't carry it up to the top on the exit. That's gonna allow the 62 to build some momentum. Can he get there? Bramstrom now letting him go by. He's on the high side. The 60 passes low. He clears Bramstrom, but now the problem is they're side by side in front of our leader. Hindman making a move on Miller. Heath Hyman, Butch Miller going at it in front of the leaders. And Hyman's going to clear, but now Miller crosses back to the inside. Looking to pull across over there. Couldn't quite stay with him. Still dives to the inside. Now the 60 back up the racetrack. Here comes Bramstrom back to his inside as he wasn't expecting the 60 car to slip. Now here comes the 62. Here comes the 54 into the mix. The 62 holding him off up high. Now the battle for second rages on. As the 62 can't get a big enough run to get up to that 35 car and get underneath him. Now he hops back down to the low side. Keeps the distance between he and the 54. Now he can focus on trying to get by as he gets loose, entering the corner. Man, oh man. This is going to be a nail biter, ain't it? It's all about who can navigate lap traffic the quickest. Here comes the 62 looking inside of the 35. Couldn't quite get there this time. Mark Gibson doing everything he can. Through 1 and 2 yet again. We're going to have a battle for fourth brewing here, or for third rather. The 60 of Shaw slipping up the racetrack. Bramstrom coming back. The problem is, the field isn't too far off of each other lap time wise. They're all within a second. The first place car of the 60 of Shaw and the last place car, or the slowest car, are only 3/10 off of each other. Now, it's still a lot when you think about it, but in the grand scheme of things, that's not a lot throughout the race. Everybody running similar speeds. It's a 32, or 62 rather, gets by to 35, and now finally has his sights set on the 60th Shaw for the lead. Battling for P4 now, Cole Pern looking to the inside of the 98, can't get there. Big battle brewing behind. 5 laps to go here at Kingsport, coming to 4. Oh, the 60 slid way up the track that time. The 62 looking low. Can he get to his inside? Oh man, this is tightening up. This is gonna come down to the wire. Mark Gibson. DJ Shaw. Going at it for the win. Coming to 2 laps to go this time by. Gibson launched it in there. Couldn't hang on. Can Shaw stay calm as he comes to the white flag this time by? It'll be 1 lap to go here at Kingsport Speedway. Final lap. Gibson trying it again, giving it his all here. Final time down the backstretch. In the turn 3, Gibson's going to launch it in. Can't get there. DJ Shaw is going to win. What a battle here at Kingsport, as it came down to the wire, but Shaw able to hang on from the pole to the win. The rest of the field coming around to take the checkers now, but DJ Shaw is a winner. That is going to do it. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe. Hope to see y'all next time, and until then, peace.